Yo, 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 O'Reilly's.
Yeah. What's going on, great people? Back
Man,
at it.
what's going on, everybody?
I'm
So,
about to burn up in this sweatshirt.
Well,
I really am.
it look nice, though. Just think cool thoughts.
Right.
Think cool thoughts. So, shout out to Benny, Benny Johnson. So I wanted to, this is something he did about a month ago. And I just thought about it. It was so relevant. It's so interesting to see how Beverly Hills was once such a prestigious known place. I mean, to a level, it still has some of that, but not the essence that Beverly Hills had 5 years and on all the way up to the 80.
Right.
So this how you know when things are changing.
Yeah, and they have the wrong people that's running the city.
Right. But also when idols are being brought down, when this town and certain things that has been worship is being brought down, something that people go to, that a lot of people that might have gone to these places that boost this up to make this town big were worship like God, and you start looking at them like gods, and this is where the gods go shop at. When these idols and stuff being brought down, you need to acknowledge it, because that means things are changing. So it says on here, Beverly Hills is a ghost town, California's wealthiest city in collapse. Who would have ever thought when you think of Beverly Hills? But I can kind of relate on a small level on my city in Atlanta, Georgia, where it's a mall that we used to. There was a prestigious mall in Atlanta used to call Lenox Mall, where it doesn't hold the prestige anymore because it's collapsing because leftist mindsets come in there and crash the mall out. So that's how it looks like it's happening with Beverly Hills also. So this is a whole thing going on. It's going on across the board. The prestigious things are being brought down by certain mindset.
And in Los Angeles, with all the homeless camps, the tents and drugs are everywhere. I wish we all could leave California. Wish we all could leave California.
Wow.
I wish we all could leave California now.
Wish we could leave California.
Wow. He said now leaving. Yeah.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. I'm an American patriot. I love this country a lot. I'm nostalgic for American history. I think it's quite fascinating, very interesting. And over the last 250 years, clearly we have the most interesting and dynamic country's history anywhere on Earth. And so I look at some of the vintage clips of Los Angeles.
Look at that.
This is
Back in the
LA
day.
from the 1950s.
50s.
In color. And it just hurts the soul, actually, to see what we've lost.
It
to see
has.
the society and the culture.
My
that we've
mama
changed.
was a little girl.
People, clean streets, clean cars,
Mama was too.
people wearing suits and dresses, bustling, no vagrancy, no homelessness, no decay.
No.
Wow, look at that.
Stores
Look
that
at
are
that city,
filled.
man.
Families that are happy,
Carnation milk.
and businesses that are thriving. And then you get, ladies and gentlemen, to the modern day. R.I.P. Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills
Right.
is now effectively a ghost town. The once thriving shopping mecca has now a desolate wasteland as high-end shops, banks, and restaurants shutter their doors amid economic woes and crime. It's interesting because
I bet you the only area that still holds a lot of that's still moving is Rodeo. Rodeo. I'm curious to see how much of Rodeo is still there, or is it all there and it's just that part of Beverly Hills is intact, but the other areas are the ones that have left.
I don't know.
if you go to Europe, you can sort of like stand in the ruins of a once great culture. If you go to the Colosseum, right? Or if you go to Egypt, you can look at the pyramids and marvel at how could a culture be so great to have built this at one point. Now you can stand and look at the bones of the decay in California and see what was once great and what is now destroyed. Check out this really, really painful video to watch of Beverly Hills. I don't know Beverly Hills that well. I don't live there, and I'm not rich, and I've never been rich enough to like live in Beverly Hills. Songs sung about Beverly Hills, TV shows made about Beverly Hills. It was all a lie. It is no longer. Watch.
You were burning like a summer in my heart.
Wow.
Till you found another northern
Dang.
Wow, that shit that USB. I remember that brothers that was there.
Wow.
I remember that Chipotle be on the corner.
star. And I was broken.
Wow.
You know
Get out
what
of
they
here.
say, times
So I take it back. I actually have eaten at that Chipotle. For real, for real.
Wow.
On a trip. Not like I lived in Beverly Hills or anything, but I did go there once for business, and I did.
That's
is
that one.
crazy.
You remember where that Chipotle and all that sit on the corner right there when you're going down Like you're going towards Westwood and you get through Beverly Hills right there.
Yep, we haven't been there in so long.
It's been a very long time. It's been a long time.
Wow.
Yeah, that what used to be a Chipotle. How bad is it when the Chipotles are closing up shop? Real bad.
It is.
The video emphasizes the number of high-end Beverly Hills shops that have shuttered. Closed stores include one-time luxury staples like Barney. And while some have closed for economic reasons, others have blamed shoplifting, which is now naturally the greatest pastime
It's right.
in California.
Yeah, it is one of the. It's huge.
Goodness, Barney's can't even survive.
Wow.
You see the thing where a couple of days ago when I found out that it was an intentional accident that was caused, and it caused all those cars to stop, so that all those cars full of guys jump down and start robbing all those cars that they intentionally caused the accident. I was told, I read it said it was intentionally accident they created, and then they went and started robbing people's cars.
That is
on the
crazy.
expressway on the 10.
Now that's like the lowest
On
of
the
the low.
10.
That's like absolute scum of the earth.
Yeah, on the 10.
But what they don't realize is the God that we serve is a vengeful God. He tells you not to do it, but trust me, when he unleashes, ain't nothing no prayer can do to stop
It's
it.
nothing. It's nothing you can do.
That's the God we serve. He is a loving God, but trust me, ain't nothing weak about him, and he does not play.
For sure.
Beverly Hills.
Wow.
It's like California's biggest export is now shoplifting.
That's so
at that.
horrible. I
It
mean,
happens when you decriminalize criminality.
exactly. How stupid.
Gavin
Inside
Newsom,
of
the Purge Master.
Nordstrom's at the Westfield Plaza, there was a looting that took place that went incredibly viral, where just brazen groups, marauding criminals, like went and grabbed everything that they could and just
I said 2021?
just ran out of the store, smashing.
I thought that was more recent. I say 2021.
But it is more recent.
That must have been one incident.
I guess. But
Grabbing, stealing. It's at Nordstrom's.
when
And now the California legislature is, I think, considering legislation that would criminalize anyone who stopped these young scholars.
Yeah, because when did we go to Chicago? And then we came back and we did the video about the whole Chicago purge. Was that 22?
I don't know.
When we
It don't seem like
volunteered.
it was 20. Yeah, it was 22 because that's when we went and got my mom.
That said 21, so I'm not sure.
Dollars from looting for bread, as AOC would put it.
What?
Here you go. How are you supposed to run a society like this? You can't run a society like this. It doesn't survive. This is the beginning of the decay. This is the beginning. This is the late stage decay.
This
of
is
society.
ridiculous. How do you? And if you try to,
And they're doing it as planned.
you do. He said if you're trying
They're doing
to,
it.
he said if they're trying to prosecute the people. If you want to
Interfere.
prosecute them,
That's crazy.
how stupid is that?
Purge Master. Purge Master rules and allowance.
Oh my gosh,
This is part of the plan.
this is absolutely crazy.
It is not just California. I'm sorry, it is not just Beverly Hills. Like, bewilderingly, Beverly Hills can't
Oakland,
survive
too.
this stuff.
San Fran.
San Francisco
Yes.
Yep.
obviously going through the exact same thing.
But this is
San
going on
Francisco,
across
you
the
see here,
U.S.
You can see the slide.
Atlanta, Chicago. I
Well-
did stuff on my channel about that.
Yeah, but the predominant areas are L.A., San Fran, Philadelphia, and I think Chicago. It's whatever blue states. It's blue states. It's blue states print up. You don't see that really popping up in Florida and stuff like that and these other places, but you see the blue.
What was the other
Bye-bye.
state we were talking about?
Which
Where
one?
Eli stay?
Arizona.
Yeah.
You don't see a bunch of that
Right.
because you know what? You can you keep your file with you. That's a red state. Red states don't play that. Things happen in red states, but it's not allowed like the Purge Master allows
No.
it.
Slide. A very similar video was made in San Francisco where you just see the decayed ruins of a society. Maybe not a great society, but a society nonetheless. Where stores and shops used to exist but no longer. Where you have to chain up.
That's
with
ridiculous.
physical
I've
chains.
been somewhere where it was like
Ice
that
cream.
in LA.
How can you run society like
And
you
where Nancy
said like
Pelosi is
that?
running for office once more.
Please.
She's running again.
I thought she
Look at all
was
the stores that
gone.
have gone out of business here. Again, this is
And now people don't want to work. People don't want to work, and jobs are their jobs. Places of employment want people to come and work, and people don't want to work.
Yeah,
But yet you're gonna say this is okay. That's why they don't want to work. They don't have to. They can go and do this and sell the clothes and make money.
true.
And that's okay.
Think about all that Saint Laurent stuff you got, and you cash that out online. How much you think that stuff was worth?
That's
Total.
crazy.
Thousands.
Well, there was a $1 million ring that I on my go check out the video on my channel, guys, where I talked about where
was that Saint Laurent people?
no, well, it was like, and it was somewhat of like an Amazon store. These people were stealing and selling all these products, big business. It's a whole ring of people in Florida, I believe.
The late stage decay of the policies, the leftist policies that legalized crime in the name of racial equity, which is actually just straight up dooming a place to be destroyed.
It is.
They are living inside of the shell of a culture they didn't build,
Yep.
built by better people, and they are ruining it.
Yep.
They're ruining it. You want to see the most horrifying map of
That's
San
disgusting.
Francisco? Here you go. There you go.
What does that mean?
Look at this.
I think that's the
This is
feces
what
map.
Nancy Pelosi has done to San Francisco. This is the poop map of San Francisco.
That it looks so much of it that it looks disgusting.
I cannot.
Look at all those dots. All the number of dots look gross. And then look at that black hair. That means it's just saturated. That's like when we were in that's probably like in some of those areas that we didn't have to go through when we were up there. But
This is the decay of California, the destruction of the crown jewel of America, because there is no place like California. California has the geography
dopest beaches,
and
Resources.
the natural
mountains.
raw
Yep.
elements to make it the most beautiful place, not only in America, but possibly the world, and the natural resources to sustain it forever. And this is what they've turned it into.
Well,
A
once
little
they-
shithole. We went to San Francisco, and were able to film sort of what was going on there with our own cameras and saw it with our own two eyes. We were even robbed as part of the process.
Stop.
Enjoy this short clip.
So we came back to the car, and I guess not even Nancy Pelosi's neighborhood is absolved from crime because Royce's backpack is gone.
Hey, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yep, that's a homeless man trying to kill us in our rental car. We were sitting in a nice area of San Francisco, Bayside Village, across the street from a Whole Foods, and a homeless man just tried to murder us. This is the second homeless person to try and kill us today. The first one threw a brick at the windshield of our car just a few blocks away. We've only been in San Francisco for less than 24 hours. We've already witnessed
this?
naked people walking down the streets, feces spread across the sidewalk, and attempted murder. We've also experienced theft in front of Nancy Pelosi's house. And as soon as we flee San Francisco, we will read news reports of Paul Pelosi nearly being murdered in that very same house. We came to San Francisco to try and show the difference between rich and poor.
Wow.
ridiculous.
This is absolutely unheard of.
Ridiculous.
Well, it's obvious they need to get some new people in office, but the state needs to go back red.
I would love for
It once was a red state.
I guarantee you the price of stuff, how the look of stuff, the mindset of stuff would change if you went harder red policies. You would. You start bringing it more about God and not about whatever. You know, you're allowing guns. You start making people stop naturally just funding mediocrity, and things will turn around.
Yeah.
And you take one of those areas, you take an area of San Francisco or LA, old bases or stuff that's empty, and you build cities for these homeless people. Because obviously, I'm just saying, these people don't want to live
And be productive
they don't-
citizens in
so
society.
you need to go and be in the unproductive world. That's not the world of where money could be made.
And neither do they need to suck the resources from the people who are choosing to be productive citizens in society.
Exactly.
Now, I know that every person that's homeless may not want to be unproductive, and they're doing things during that season to not be in that season very long or for the same amount of time. I'm not talking about those people, because everybody that's homeless didn't necessarily ultimately choose that fate.
Yeah, but they look like you choose to stay in it.
Many of them are. We're talking
The
about
ones that I
those
would see
people.
all the time, same old rap,
Those
same old.
people. Yeah, that's that's unfair for those that are willing to go through the challenges, deal with the circumstances of life, and yet still want to be productive. So everybody else can be productive. I mean, it's how we are as a whole, not just one person. We all need each other. Mm-hmm. And when you allow that and you accept that as a way of life, that's accepting a lower standard and not helping a person rise to the highest level of their potential.
Yep.
That's an excuse.
But I believe that, Joy, it needs to be a full sweep. You sweep all these people up that don't want to aid to society. They just want to sit there and build tent cities in the middle of the
that's
town.
absolutely crazy.
And you build a place for them where it gives them rehab or services. But then if y'all don't want to take care of this area, that's on y'all. Y'all going all the way over here. So you won't be bothering people. And if y'all in a rec shop and over there, it's just y'all. Y'all don't want. You can't leave this area.
Right. Build them in an encaged, large compound on lockdown, but let them have everything they need.
Yep.
People who are doing the work, city workers or whoever for the company, organization, it could be corporate business. I don't know. They get paid, and have an area in there for those who don't want to live that way anymore. How they can be feedered back into society with job, with income, with health care, all that kind of stuff.
And the only way you have to leave with a certificate or something to be able to leave off that island in that space to come into society.
Yeah, it's got to be a way, because what they're doing now.
You know how we talk about the blue zone? That area will be the red zone, not Republican red. I mean, like.
I just feel like it needs to be another color. Change that color. But I just feel like
the black strike zone.
It needs to be something, because not only is the homeless population of the people who were in the country expanded, now you have an even larger population of homeless people who are coming in because we have an open border system.
Could you imagine paying like $3,500 a month to go down in this human buki right there, down at the bottom?
No, I couldn't imagine that.
Child, please. That's how it is. That's real.
And like the representative Judiciary Committee Kennedy, he said, why doesn't Biden just wake up and say, we're going to allow these people to take asylum in the country that's nearest them? I'm like, man, it is that simple. He can just wake up and say, let's change this.
Yeah.
But you're going to allow this country to be going.
How do you make?
I can't.
How do you make Democratic voters years and years? You let these people, listen, come into the country. It might take them a long time to get citizenships, but if they have birthed a baby in this country, baby automatic citizen. You automatic out of Democrat. They know they're playing the long game.
But it's okay, because things are going to shift.
It's going to shift.
It's not always going to be this way, but it ain't no fun now, and we are going through it, but it's all good.
Lead them to the water, baby.
God has got us. We have to know that we trust in our God, and He is definitely going to make a shift. We just cannot give up.
Thank you.
If you are loving the content or feeling our vibe, guys, continue to hang out with us. Come back. Keep suggesting content. I hope you're loving the shift, what we're adding to the channel. It's all about growth and expansion. We love you guys. We appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next video.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.